is Wolvendom. Even though it's not so far away from the city, it's survival of the fittest out here. Like those super duper massive ones over there. Get him! Oh, my Archon!
Do not worry. Wolves, friends.
We're just some boring old traveler.
Don't smell boring.
We smell?
You smell like Knights of Favonius. I am Razor.
Oh.
My wolf pack.
Your family?
Yes, they raised me. We live together.
So many questions.
They are angry with me. I help.
Don't worry. Paimon will get her. He's stronger than he looks.
No need. When Knights.
Don't be silly. Wait here. Ha ha!
Wolves catch 5 or 6 every hunt. Don't worry. At least you did better than other knight friend. If she was here, whole mountain is I must go now. Here is not safe.
What a weirdo. Bernie girl. Who...
Hi, Paimon. Hi, Traveler. What can I do for you?
Hi, Amber. Amber, do you know a wolf boy from Wolf...
Who?
He said you guys hit it off like a...
What on earth?
Strange. He said he would
My memory is fine, but you've been eating I have no idea what...
Magic Matsutake?
Purple.
Paimon made... But that's not the point. Do you really not know that...
I don't know what you're talking about. But on the subject of wolves, in the past, the wolves never... I heard they attacked a cart fleet near Drunkard Gore. If you have time, could you come and check out the situation with... Awesome. I knew I could count on you. Let's go. Look, up ahead. Something's...
That ain't no wolf pack. Looks like it's the Hilly Trails...
Huh. Not such a mystery after all. Enough talk. Bless you.
Piece of cake.
So, the Hilly Trolls have been
That's right. They attacked
Springvale? That's crazy!
It's unheard of. I thought I would take my chances on the road after the wolves had their...
We should head there soon and see how... But first things first.
I'll take a look.
Oh dear.
That's...
Except...
Right. It's awful. The wolves fright...
That... Really? Do you remember any...
Hi.
No details then. Let's investigate the...
Claw marks. From them, we can... This time... Yes, he... Hey! Wolves are mysterious... Wolf's tooth. He must have smashed into the door when he... Anyway...
Wolf fur. I heard that in the color looks nothing like Mondstadt wolf fur, based on what the books say.
Hair looks different at every...
But look at this.
Another hair. But what's that stuck to it?
It's the seed of a wolfhook berry. Look, they're little. The only places this...
So it's woven
From that area, yes. But this doesn't tell us everything. But it does give us a strong lead. Enough to... I'll go and...
How is your
What?
Yes, I see. So, Knight...
From inspecting... But please remain calm. I will head to Wolvendom. The Knights of Favonius will not...
Good. Better...
How rude!
In the meantime...
Please, don't do anything...
Goodbye.
It's awful.
What is?
Their future outlook, I mean. Young people can be so impulsive.
It's no trouble. Leave it to us.
Off.
Who's there?
Chill out!
You are also Knight?
So, you don't know each other after all?
No. This girl also...
This is starting to make sense.
Correct. His name is Razor.
Help me out.
With what?
No time. I said...
Those guys from earlier?
I understand. But first, I have...
I smell blood. Quick!
Blood? I hope the wolves didn't attack... Blood droplets.
Not human blood. Wolf blood. Lupercal blood.
Lupa what now?
Lupercal his family fate gave me. When Wolf...
Sounds like gibberish.
That's strange. Where does...
It's just the
Who's he?
guardian of this land.
Wouldn't that be Barbados, though? He is...
Enough! Another clue.
Hey, wait! This is your...
He's on...
This is him.
I do agree that it's awful, but...
We didn't attack a black wolf and his pack.
Whose code?
Guardian of this land.
That's now the second time you've brought that...
I take Lupercal further in. Follow me.
They're so huge!
Help me. Collect these.
Aren't those wolf...
Crush them. Put
It's true. Wolfhook seeds have a... I read that...
Why?
I have...
hooks help seeds move. Animal doesn't. Purple teacher told... I stay here. Take care of this one. I answer Red Girl's question.
Right. And if that lot... Your wolf friend is not clear of my suspicion just yet.
We're back! Have we got enough?
Yes.
Razor was just telling me about the wolf...
Thank you.
We've looked everywhere.
Yep, that's...
What are you...
Revenge.
It's him!
Huh? So, I can't believe you... They throw you some...
Enough!
Yeah! You can't talk about Razor like that!
The Knights of Favonius are gonna let this guy...
We did not raid
What is this disturbance to which I awaken? This is to recognize your own transgression.
Please, calm.
You seek to protect.
I taste blood. Please, calm.
It's just like he said. But Razor, you fight. You are.
I am not like them. I don't belong.
You are. And you. If you ever wish, I have nothing for.
Hey, Razor, what's that look for? Why don't you come to—
Yeah, you have a, that.
You're not safe in the wild.
I'm fine. Don't worry. But also, not Wolf. Thank you, Traveler, Paimon, and other...
Hey, we've been with you all this time, and you still don't even—
Goodbye.
Guess it's a good thing Venti brought it up earlier. Otherwise, we definitely would have missed this year's Rite of Dissension. Well, Venti brought up the time, but Paimon... Look, we're already in Liyue, so let's go ask... Oh, right. About the Geo... Did you know? The Mora that we use, but it's seen as impolite for people from outside Liyue, so we should refer to the Geo...
Rite of Dissension. Once a year, Rex Lapis bestows upon... Last year it was the Yuheng of the Liyue Qixing that was given the honor of asking for...
Ooh, Paimon knows this one. Mondstadt is to freedom as Liyue is to contracts. The Liyue Qixing, the 7 leaders of...
That's what foreigners always say. But true control over Liyue will all... The Qixing is comprised of mere mortals. Rex Lapis is a... Stay in Liyue long enough and you'll see. Given that you just left your godless city...
Oh, are you also foreigners here for the Rite of... To think I've lived in Liyue all the... I guess it's like they say. I wish you well on your travels.
You two wish to bear. As a businessman myself, the 17 predictions given last year. What's more, she wants the rocks create
Wow, that's some super professional...
to be among the 7. His keen sense of understanding the predictions is...
Fortune? So we're...
You're not a... So better to head. It's the highest place in the harbor.
catch up. Someone needs assistance.
Your first time in Liyue? Actually, look, that's Miss Ningguang of the Liu Xixing. Only those who have control in Liyue can preside over the... Oh yeah, not sure if you knew, but I heard that when attending these kinds of formal occasions... sorry, I shouldn't interrupt your...
I'll catch up.
Oh, you also want a little... Seems you know a lot. I've already made my...
Great! Thanks! Great! Now that we're all done with the wishing, guess... who knows how long that... Whoa, look at all the people! We gotta get up front. We can't see squat back here.
The hour is upon us. Hey. Hey. Rex Lapis has been killed. Seal the exits.
What? What's going on? Did she just say Rex Lop, the Geo art? Oh no! The Millilith! Looks like they're nabbing. Paimon's freaking out! Wait. We got close. Wait, where are you going? Oh no!
They're here! Arrest them! There's nowhere to run!
Hey, buddy. Hold still.
Stop! Stop!
Come with me.
Limbs are a requirement for locomotion.
Phew. Paimon's exhausted. So insensitive. You have no idea just how tiring. Just who are you exactly?
Call me Child.
Child? What, so we're supposed to dote on you?
No, not at all. It's an alias of in Mondstadt. I don't suppose you came across...
Signora? You're Fatui! What?
Oh, no. Don't worry. I'm not looking. Senora gave you quite the bad impression, huh? Pfft, that woman. Can't say I'm a Right. Let's forget all about her, shall we? I'm here to help you. Yes, help. I'm not a bad guy. Oh, okay, perhaps I'm kind of a bad guy, but would it be too much to ask for you to keep the sword sheathed? I thank you for your knightly nobility. I heard of your deeds in Mondstadt, so I couldn't help but notice you, and because I had my eye on you the whole time. But, regrettably, given I'm a Fatui envoy from Snezhna, the ruling Qixing of Liyue has always been overly suspicious of—
Well, can you honestly blame them?
Guess I shouldn't try to deny that. Okay, sure. Maintaining a distance between— But right now, if you want to clear yourselves of any suspicion, you need to get yourselves to Northland Bank. Staying here isn't an option. As the old Liyue saying goes.
Northland Bank.
Correct. This bank was opened here in Liyue by Snezhnaya. Though everyone knows Liyue is the most enterprising in Teyvat, Snezhnaya is—
Yeah, well, poorer nations don't seem the type to have diplomats that come around.
Here, let me give you this.
This is a—
I'm not sure exactly. Sometimes all money can buy is things, and not a name. All I know is that it's a sigil. A sigil to keep the mighty and illuminated
Adepti?
If you head north from the harbor, then west from Guili Plains, you will eventually reach a stone forest known as Jueyun Karst. The people of Liyue believe it to be the abode of the Adepti. Legend or not, they believe it. As such, offerings to the Adepti are made at its borders. But I have no need for believing, not when I know for a fact.
Hate to admit it, but your Fatui intel seems alright. But why would we go—
Oh, my little friend. There are plenty of reasons mortals seek the blessings of Adepti. Money, health, love. But you will—
Justice?
The Qixing will already have dispatched the Millelith. They'll be seeking out the assassin, but how could a mere mortal kill a god that can sweep aside entire armies? This level of crude response is beyond what is called for. How suspicious. Your thinking is even more radical than my own, Honorary Knight. Even now, the Northland Bank wouldn't be able to hold the Millelith off for long. But the Adepti can clear you. Liyue was founded by the Geo-Archon and the Adepti. Of course, look for them, and be faster than the Qixing's messengers, so you may give your version of events first. If there's anyone that can help you in Liyue now, it can only—
And who might we be? Those that dare enter Jueyun. A sigil of permission. He before you is the mighty and illuminated Adeptus.
Actually—
It's the assassin! They dared to flee here to Jueyun.
Sir, we've already stepped too far into
There's no choice.
Disturbing our borders. See them gone.
Who goes there?
Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would. Leave it all to me.
Attack!
As a good knight should.
Take this! Vested! To arms!
As a dutiful maid would. Should.
Lithic Triad!
I must leave no stone unturned. As a dutiful maid woman. No one escapes my sight. Leave it up to me. Time to clean up.
Tactical retreat.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should.
Take the target alive! Bested.
Well...
Preposterous. Preposterous! The Liyue Qixing. How could someone possibly assassinate Rex and then place suspicion upon the attendees? Traveler. Of the the mind knows its answer. Though one go, take your sigil of permission. Carry with you a message. Mountain Shaper and Cloud Retainer can be found here. There exists a conqueror of demons, a guardian Yak.
Mercy, O mighty Adeptus. I beg you, show mercy upon me and my brother. Who are you? What's going on?
We asked you first.
Oh. You enjoy safe passage in Joyun Car? You must be Adepti messengers.
What is he talking?
Oh, have mercy, mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. It was stupid of us. But we followed the path up the mountain, but suddenly, I ran away and made it this far before it dawned on me. I had no idea how to rescue my brother, so...
What? We're not Adepti.
No, you must be messengers. You have to be. I have no idea which amber. Thanks be to the Adeptus of Mount Hulao and to their messengers.
Whoa, check you out. When you speak like that, you actually make... Paimon was gonna...
Steady as stone. I'll catch up. Absorption test. Leave it all to me.
Oh, and have you seen my brother? I just hope he didn't get trapped in Amber too. He made it to the top. That means... Oh, thank you. Here's hoping I don't run into any more Amber on the way.
Thank you for rescuing my brother, oh mighty messenger. What? No. I mean, regular folks like us would, unlike you guys. Anyway, we have trespassed in the realm of the Adeptus for long enough.
Yes. Thank.
Boy, it'd be super helpful because it seems like this Adeptus has got but it's not like we've done anything wrong, so...
Who dares trespass on my mountain? Who? Foolish mortal, come forth. You intrude upon the sanctity of Mount Hulao. You destroy. The thieves' ignorance was an affront to the Adepti.
Wait! We can explain!
A sigil of permission. In the beginning, Rex Lapis cast them for the mortals with his own. Speak. One shall listen. You would be wise to speak the truth. For Rex Lapis. At the rite of dissension? What mortal in Liyue, nay, in all the world, would conspire to commit such foul... Rex Lapis charged the Adepti with the protection of Liyue. But now... Traveler, of the matter you have relayed, one has become... Once one has dealt with certain matters here that require my attention.
Paimon can! Adepti always have magical powers in storybooks. You know, like how grass is actually Adepti hair, and rivers are actually Adepti saliva. There must be something similar going on with the amber.
Your nonsense knows no bounds. The majority of the plant is hidden underground. After taking up residence here, one planted many karst crawlers to ensure that the tranquility of the mountain...
Oh, so the amber...
Correct. Thus, one may not leave this place in... One will depart as soon as one has attended to this matter. One...
Here. They've even set it ready for dinner. Ooh, they even have the guests' names carved into the seats. Here sits Retainer. Here sits Guizhong. Maybe Rex is short for... As for Retainer... That's it! When Mooncarver was going through the... So this must be where Cloud Retainer... But... What do Adepti even... People must make offers. Do you think maybe... Someone has definitely cooked here before. Looks like they didn't use all the ingredients. Hey, look over there. They left some notes too. Yup. It's a doozy. It's very clean here. Whoever Paimon bets they were making an offering. Looks like we got us some And what do you know? The recipe is right here. Whoa, the ground is... seems there's meat in this. Do you think whoever cooked this... Paimon can't quite imagine an off... Huh? Our messy chef dropped a piece of paper, but footprint aside...
announces the presence of a sigil of permission. One knows not why you have come, though the sincerity of your offering is clear. Hence, you shall be granted an opportunity. Find your way through mine abode, and you shall receive an audience with the Adeptus whom you seek.
Look! Someone needs assistance.
One is most impressed. The path that leads... The one before you is the Adeptus Cloud Retainer. You surmise correctly. In fact, even...
This place is huge! What's it even for? Did you build it as your private mechanism workshop or something? It's just like the stories say. The Adepti leave the human world.
One is simply not partial to the tedium of... Find it one did. Shortly, but enough. State the matter which brings you... Rex Lapis. How can this be? Such a heinous crime! Who would The notion is so preposterous as to be unbelievable. Perhaps one shall quash Liyue first.
Wait, what? Did you just say squash Liyue Harbor?
Only a response of sufficient magnitude can negate the possibility. It is as you say. But if Rex Lapis has indeed been murdered, it is precisely because one does not...
Yikes! Quick, you gotta think of something. She wants to squash Liyue. Exactly what Paimon was gonna say. We made all that we were hoping you might help, or at least let's, discuss...
Contract? A cruel irony that the people of Liyue seem quite content. Nevertheless, since you come here in the name of... Least of all when you come bearing a sigil of permission. Most of the sigil's power has long since worn off. This keepsake cannot be taken as proof of your trustworthiness. This, no doubt, your audience with the Adeptus before you is now concluded. Leave at once.
Let's take a look. Paimon reckons he'll be on the back. Oh, he's not here?
To the blind, everything may not be as it appears. A sigil of permission? You came though this only prevents me from hurting you myself.
Paimon doesn't—
Too much contact with our world is breaking the rules. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of Adepti, nor can your blood carry this level of It's for your own good. Leave. Now.
Wait a sec! We came here to— Ugh! Paimon wants to give him an ugly nickname. But if you tick off an Adeptus, guess we should go ask the boss lady of the inn about just how—
Oh, you've already met Xiao. Not bad. Not often he's in a good enough mood to agree to see people.
That's his good mood?
Oh yes, the Adepti are very hard to come by. Many people go their whole life. When the Geo Archon built Liyue, he borrowed power from the Adepti, but most of them only know how to protect Liyue by fighting. So for many millennia, it has instead been humans who have led Liyue.
You really know a lot, huh, boss lady?
It's not boss lady. Anyway, seeing as you have the favor of the Adepti, things should be a lot easier. Well, if you want to know my opinion, if you keep Xiao in a good mood...
Good mood? Can't really imagine what a good mood looks like.
Will be interesting, won't it? Come to think of it, I've never seen him smile either. How about this? You go see the chef for a bowl of almond tofu and a plate of whatever it is you're best at making. Almond tofu is one of the few human foods Xiao likes.
Up to us, eh? What do you think you're the best at cooking? Wow! Never heard of that one! But if we're gonna be cooking for an Adeptus, perhaps the satisfying salad would be the safer choice.
Can't you see I'm on a break, kid? Scram! Scram!
Whoa! This chef guy's service is...
I see. If it's for the boss, then but my heart's not really in it right now.
And what...
A fencer's hand must be steady. But my hands... because, a traveler once told me that this... And then just now, in the kitchen...
This chef looks so intimidating, but...
I keep thinking... Even...
All right, in the name of high-quality almond tofu... Doesn't seem to be anything...
What? You saw it too? What? How could I?
Okay, so he's useless now. Forget it, let's just go see the boss.
Scared of something so...
You don't seem that afraid of ghosts, boss.
Gods and ghosts. I've seen it all before.
Come to think of it, others don't seem to know there's...
Shh! Say any more and you'll be divulging my little secret. Right. Best you two be off. Not that I'm ordering you around. It's like the Adeptus said. More so as not to be harmed when dealing with the Adepti, you can start by practicing with that ghost. There is a calligraphy painting in the inn known as the Witness Sigil. It's been in... Once you have...
Wait! We have to follow her! If it's as the boss lady said, she won't disappear like... She doesn't know when to give up! That's not right. get to that.
Swift and merciful.
Hi. Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times, and we the Fatui have always been glad to do business with friends who walk...
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard...
Discretion? Shadows?
Indeed. It is at... The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials.
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much.
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti, the times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is end. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all traveler. Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo-Archon's last rites?
Oh? In our line of work, this means that you want to silence me. How? Just kidding. Let the Qianchuan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you, if we are agreed, come with me. We will...
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And...
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around? I see. So you're that sort of person. But I suppose you have yet to experience organizing the rite of parting. Should prove to be an enlightening part of your Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in...
What would Child get out of us doing...
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial... These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any...
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparation...
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just...
Betting? No, we're here for...
Noctilucous Jade, of Radiant Grade at the very least.
Radiant Grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see, you're not a tourist. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, Oh, you act with such panache, good sir.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Oh, more. It is as you say. I suppose I owe.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency.
What? So loaded that he doesn't even bother hunting for a bargain.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As only after the item made using if you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that you're crafting.
Whoa! To think it's that easy.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade. A fool sees the point.
What is that?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher. I have imparted the priceless secrets.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just sad that We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them for...
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... Well, how about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a...
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Stingy? I've already been very
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless,
what sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to...
Oh, sir, to think you were this...
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. Ooh, Paimon remembers we once saw this big pot down at the Data Upa Gorge in the camp of the hill. Now, let's pack those samples up and make... It's a bit blurry, but we gotta cut the line. Help! My dinner is attacking me! Eat this! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! There's still soup in here! These hilly churls sure have big appetites! This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental We're ready to go! Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets... first Noctilucous Jade! Hilly trolls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Oh, that's bright! Too bright!
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Huh? No, it wasn't that one. Think a bit harder. Huh? No, it wasn't that. Think a bit harder. Exactly. That's the one Paimon.
No problem. If you...
Then we'll take a box of the third type.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm...
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you.
Parting? Oh, it's hard to believe. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito, alas, all...
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an...
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist.
I'm sure Rex...
In the safe hands of the Liyue Qixing.
All right. Thank you, my friend.
Now that we've made our choice...
Hey, wait a minute. He's...
Oh, right. I'm sorry. As I thought.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest...
Well, it's settled then. Let's take...
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
I will do my best. You have my faith. We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a... yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else.
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. The Liyue Qixing have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should Although with that said, since we could also the...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace before the rite is conducted.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to...
Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about it, but why do you know...
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the cap in Liyue. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes.
Perfumes? Where are we...
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality.
It's time for Zhongli.
We...
Hey, boss, do you...
Silk flowers? We certainly...
Which kind? The...
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Oh...
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of...
My goodness, this gentleman is... You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. I'm sorry? Ah, yes. Now then, please peruse at your leisure.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions. Just look at the abundant By contrast, this variety thrives in... Lastly, this strain... Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today.
Wow! A true connoisseur.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way...
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? But this silk flower purchase is not... Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should like several other tedious and complicated traditions, but this is the only right... Now that's settled, a question.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that the...
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried since these flowers will be...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? If he hadn't written those poems...
Huh, so much...
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us.
Our skins? You...
Please, it's the least I could do.
So, now that we've got the flowers...
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately...
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city.
So this time, we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling...
I will wait for you near the statue.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the... Lan, we need to ask...
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. So...
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Do I look like the kind of girl who wears purple?
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What...
Now that you mention it... Yes, there is... Oh, it must be from the Qingxin flowers I picked on the way back.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's...
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to...
The fortune teller, right? Thanks, Lan. See you around.
Hello.
We've come to ask you a question.
Sorry, you caught me off guard. Most people aren't so... I think we need more time to get to know each other.
We just wanted to know what perfume you normally use.
Oh, well, I don't actually use... That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scent. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I have...
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention...
Yangair?
Yes, that's her.
Great! This is just the intel we need.
Well, hello. You found...
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be... Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like? I'm not where... Could it be that you've been bewitched?
Whatever this is...
3 in 1 go. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors... Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume...
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes.
That went over Paimon's...
In short, I'm happy to help. So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? Where is that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's... I've had a word with Chef Mao. Are you ready to...
What did...
I meant make me proud. As my assistant, while I'm setting up, you... I need you to extract the silk flower. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very careful. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices... Ooh, you're a... Now take these and try it out on your... Don't forget to do all three. Wow, this is some The essence is placed into water. You must take care to control the heat during this process. So please, focus on control. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. All three perfumes are ready. And you, my friend, were a testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent?
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for... Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last... All clear? Don't get them mixed up. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with it. I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at
Let's take these 3 perfumes. We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the
3 sets, and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and this is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the Daughters of High... The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist, and it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is...
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was...
What a shame. We only got to see the giant... Let's hope the Chising can catch the...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparation.
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the...
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives...
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person.
Man, why has he gotta be so...
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire... but it's a shame. These glazed...
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can... If they heard beautiful sounds like... But if they heard too much wild gossip...
So that means these flowers feel...
Yes. The rumors of Rex Lapis's death are... Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that this harbor is like a... Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you borrow something? Apart from that, But it was not originally mine either. I was a vain beauty when I was young, and he could not dissuade me. And so he gave it. It has been many years, and still, though, Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. And, we can help with chores if you have any
All right, children. There is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
How does that work?
Oh, youngsters.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean, Earl? Oh, that sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry.
Race you!
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An Adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard that as to whether I am one or not, child. Surely.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis, and then we come running up.
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of part to cry, "Catch the murderer" at the top. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice. Well, you must have things to do, since you... Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but...
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. An Adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't... Oh, yes, that old Granny. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer.
That tone does not suit you. Still, when a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is it...
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But I will explain it to you. But our next...
Oh, sure.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked.
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the... We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun. Finely crafted toys are well loved. I have made kites in Liyue.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of...
I took the liberty of coloring outside. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclic... These markings of tree and justice flows across the surface of the wall.
The compliment.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
No way. I was just passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to... Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since the rite of parting requires helping hand...
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you... Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Sure. Venture...
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer.
A most fair price.
That won't do, I'm afraid. It's too little. Too little, I say. Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about...
Heard of them? Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless.
This is too little. I'd consider it if it was... This price'll do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Help? Sure. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing...
No problem. That'll be 20,000.
Done.
This is all you got? Then no can do. Child? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. Wouldn't that mean I have to make... How about this? Let's make a trade. Get me a single Chinkson flower, and I'll consider that...
Guess we've got no choice.
The goods. Hey, that's pretty good. These things are... With this Chinkson flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight.
A toast to our success. Another handsome sum.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change?
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy. The finest is... Everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be go...
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
What about the pickpockets?
Let me tell you how it is.
Huh. The reception is just... Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go...
Oh, so many medicines.
Oh, there you are! But you can't even reach the counter. Ah, Paimon thinks you might be right. Look at...
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now,
Something like this would be unimaginable in my...
Hello, little girl. Do you sell
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your...
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase...
Chi-Chi can get your medicine. But only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie... My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Guizhong. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng by an adepted located in Qinheng Pass. It was designed to automatically fire at large monsters.
Mr. Zhang Li really knows Leela.
Apparently not quite. This is the first...
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal.
Did you want to add anything else?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legend. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong...
What the heck is a cocoa... Huge! Paimon can totally believe it took, but how do you operate this thing? Just...
It is...
Aw, what?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhangli, use your unlimited...
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite. That said, let me think for a moment. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored...
So, what you're saying is...
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Where is that supply post? Here, post... Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request. You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2? Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Ah, these parts look useful. One moment. I will try to... It is done. The Guizhong...
Ooh!
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even...
Over here we have... nothing. And over there...
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret?
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you...
Ha! Are you blind or something? This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping... Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to this... The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces!
Tut-tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus. It is not we who need reprimanding.
Leave it all to me.
Direct us cross. You're open.
Time to clean up.
Place my hammer.
These lowlifes didn't know.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time.
Oh, yeah, that!
A search using the Guizhong ballista. What's more, a contraption built.
Which means. Paimon wouldn't go that far.
We won't solve anything while standing here and.
Good idea. We did our best.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We
What a disappointment.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So I'm sorry. I have a poor. Here. This is the name.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what a.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a vow.
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears. What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a. The medicine. The snake is speaking. I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet. For
Don't mind Cheng Sheng.
Do you sell everlasting incense in this finest?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last, things are finally.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Aw, too bad the Chising have taken it over for now.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as for Mr. Zhongli,
This is correct.
what are we gonna do? Is this the part where...
Cocoa goat! Cocoa goat! My sides hurt.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more... Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk...
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive...
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,900,000.
That's like
2,990,000. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, Little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Ah, that lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue said.
As it stands, we've hired helpers.
Ooh, finally.
Well, Traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far? Odd. Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole-in-the-wall.
Hole in the wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near... Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall
Hey, there's even a storyteller here!
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer...
As you all know, high above the land of what does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down. Behold, the glorious sights of... They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information?
Ah, you're here. Third round knockout is not for... I ordered some wine-fermented...
If it is to your
Hey, there's even...
Besides fine wine, but when I say...
As you all moments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a
Tianchuan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's huh?
At last I have found you. You who...
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith. Nor am I here to... However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well, in concrete terms, I am the...
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound, but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said that invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber. Together...
Today.
And with that, the emissary who got what we've received an invitation from the league will be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting.
Don't worry, we won't forget.
Today.
What about the pickpockets?
What should I try to say? Come and see these rare and precious curios. A toast to our success.
At once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to...
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Huh?
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion it has become... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Both seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me,
Well... I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here. 3,700 years. According to even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead...
Are you questioning our means of protecting...
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him and...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an...
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces, although I am a mere mortal soldier. I promise.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer, although their blood is weak. There is still the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to...
Your line of inquiry is askew.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demon.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract, fair enough. Away...
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit the...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but our child wanted to unleash the god, so he could... But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So, oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't this...
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Gold. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
All this cooperation between Harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the format? Oh, it seems that some of your...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the...
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole thing? preparing the ceremony for...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his work. I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to... So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their role. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has...
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that the Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew, and all the while I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the tradition. These things were all a part of my script. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it a...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zap...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a book.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future...
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Oh, since we're going through with this rite of...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know, there's only one real
Fatui? They certainly are...
Shh! Lower your...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mount, gods and Adepti live glorious lives. But both rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has recouped, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murder? Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his Gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the right... Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching.
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heaven.
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous, but blind.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walk.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianchu. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have... Name your price. You deserve that.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying... Right, if the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some...
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true... I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. Traveling the streets of Liyue, that is true. But there is no journey that does not end.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue... Yes, the nation has been... The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control... But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and... This is what visions are. Magical foci.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Tibet...
But starting from last year, the Raiden show...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within...
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely...
Whoa. That's how...
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage, 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, since Morax is dead, are they also... Isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operation.
This is terrible! We're all about to run a...
Yes, this is indeed a major... Well, I suppose...
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside?
Oh, a private fund. It's a...
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front. Ha! Those poor... All right then. Was there anything else? The time of the Adepti has long passed. Kuching is absolutely right now. Though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, could the original person who brought up the idea... All right then. Was there anything else you wished? Ah, that was a good one. That said, the reason why the Chising were so eager to resolve... I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
I'll catch up.
On this, you have come here. You have seen our as a herald.
An Abyss Herald?
Dainslith. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere. The Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? I've never seen it before. Careful, please don't get cocky.
A touch of frost.
Out of the frying pan, into the pot.
Race you! Boba, get them!
It's a roar!
Nice and spicy!
Power. I see. So it's you. In that case,
What a tough battle. Such such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful? Huh? What is it? What are you thinking? Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's...
So, we meet again.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, could it be that you encountered an abyss?
Huh? How did you know?
No, I have never seen such a thing. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled...
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly... We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't...
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come,
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve...
So, you claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled. If you serve us, we can restore your divine power.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like... Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corruptive...
Wolves never surrender! But this can't go on.
No matter how many times you resist us, you're The ceremony was into... How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small, unforeseen...
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that... But still... The...
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But I too didn't see.
Wait! So you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind?
Thank you. In the future, my claws... You smelled danger? And came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon knows, doesn't he? Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about, too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what... It entered into my proving ground but it could not think, only fight. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Yes. It could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller kingdom... It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guard, but in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the...
Don't know. But... did we help?
Yes, you were a big help! Thanks! We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the...
Yes, I smell more danger. You too. Also, be careful.
There was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane!
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. All of the Ruin Guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype.
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ink?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it.
Huh? You? Dane?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius...
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing...
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time. It's like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh, such a scary...
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
You are just as vexatious as ever, Danes. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed. Oh, and something far more dangerous. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the...
It is your words that forever reek of Time to silence you!
Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Aether.
Wait! She just blocked in a... Your sister? And the...
Aether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows...
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was and you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but, and the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Home. Yes. Of course. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey, so we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Uh-huh, that's right. At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Oh, well then... First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that next thing... Turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't... So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why also... How come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then, we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where if your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go. Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weird...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
I prefer other meaning. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then, once the clash is underway...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase... There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurk, and with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think.
But we didn't come here to take part.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell, as for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition...
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, so if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting.
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let it—
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick.
I knew I wouldn't So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I said, so come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you. Well, since everyone sees you as the one, for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching. So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system of—
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the
To be fair, Jaime was thinking—
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I wanna— We're finally here, folks. The rail show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna.
Don't worry. Take some time to compose your.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
It's a fury. How's this? You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they—
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that mask?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's
Wow! Now that's true
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I'll be—
by the way, do you know who else made it into the final?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extreme, so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask him.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable— In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet. And
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on— I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think—
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about— As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
if that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere— I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really—
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring—
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, however, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skill.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Animo test 63...
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attack should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant... My apologies. You must be completely in the dark for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have. So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that, in the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time.
She sounds less like an archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does... It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah! The time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will...
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, Now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation, he strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing— Wow!
I've been waiting for this.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match, but today's final round will surely take— As for our other combatant— Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous— Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone—
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain—
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful— The culprit, the vision, was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to—
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came—
If you would, please come with me. Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming. The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Can't run from death.
What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them! You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught—
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one, then
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and— In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy—
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then, after watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the visions. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you, and I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still managed to catch up to me. After all I went through to get it? I think not. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a use.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for steal...
Huh? You're not serious.
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a...
Steady as stone. Boba, get them!
Spirit Blade! Attack!
Nice and spicy!
Just a temporary...
No, no! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead!
He has persevered to the bitter end. And now death. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all pop. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know what from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision did...
I see. So you are all... No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of... All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux Clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue.
It's not unusual for those two to...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux Clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our...
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she received... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm.
Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your... Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately...
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kinda hard to say goodbye now. We practically...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the...
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just... Well, now that everyone... We set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation...
Anchors away!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Oh.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these Outlander's sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the... If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board.
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't... So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be... new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Take your time. No.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a
Sheesh. So it is super strict.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree, and not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. Now, let's head over to the Outlander. Most of the current rules...
Is there time? Should I use
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for...
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a process?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400.
Thank you ever so much, miss. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is just the way some here at the agency see it. The fees are easy money, so it becomes a question. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for rent,
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an Outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came up.
So it's a trade association built by and for...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you're Outlanders, it's certainly After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is...
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to
Really? Wow, the Rito fixed...
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but connections come at a high price. You understand?
Not you,
No. In this instance, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you. Good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulty.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every...
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from...
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, no. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants, those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions,
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora.
Crystal Marrow.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either. Eventually, One of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anyway.
Isn't that what they call...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... We've tried communicating with the... But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Carice is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any...
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've...
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the...
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association, and you're new to Rito, if I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district.
Got it! We're on the case!
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable. Not by a single more.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they...
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
That was quick. You resolved it all.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot... I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the...
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up... The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association met...
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with...
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Mondstadt? Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings. Huh? What is this? What are you up to?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the...
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Leela.
Leah. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them?
Well, no one's stopping you.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make... So come on, get it off your chest. What's the...
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where it...
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! Should I close early? Too close! That's too close! He'll notice this for sure!
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Whoa, it's boring. Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Aha! Yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete...
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu.
I'll say...
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm...
Huh. Poor Werner is a pretty awkward guy.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new...
It just so happens that we found your little little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the...
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is... So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall...
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I...
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once...
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious
Well, even if what you say is true...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession. Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants...
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine.
And not even an ounce of shame for his...
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my...
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to...
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will...
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at head...
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
Ha! You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission. Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun.
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all...
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving!
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and true.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection...
Toma? What was all...
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the... All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret. So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing...
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the...
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would have. You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be... Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats and monsters. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the time?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato... With your help, even the Vision Hunt Decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Good luck with everything. It's you.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon, wait! So, did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was... As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Kamura Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the... If you want to taste Mondstadt great wines, then look no further than
Lord Kusanali. A nice and blessing, now 10% off.
There. Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice, who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced...
Wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you get all that?
My sincere apologies.
I can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to...
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to...
So what you're saying is, we really are...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Void...
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent...
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers.
Whoa! You heard about that too? Yep.
As I...
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This may...
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Qingxin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So,
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxin, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you...
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters, to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
You're seriously considering taking this job?
2.
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce... This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure...
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is... well...
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more...
No, you misunderstand me. Please, I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island.
Ah, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma,
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant son. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the shogun. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that it... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. Don, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsu...
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and is...
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on...
Boy, Chisato can talk.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself.
Yes, but that's not the...
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will...
Yes, my lady.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road... In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it. But...
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would...
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it,
Yes, of course. As you wish.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Paimon never suspected a guy like him.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
We're finally on our own way again. I suppose it's time we find